I'm Jeanette Hoyle, and this is Franklin Blvd Media. I grew up in Gaston County. I have lived in Cherryville most of my life, except when my husband was in the Air Force. When he got out of the Air Force, we came back to Cherryville, built a house, and that's where we raised our family. Had mammograms, for years. And a year or so before that, they wanted me to start doing a mammogram every 6 months rather than every year. So I had a mammogram every 6 months for, I think, maybe a year. And then the last one that I had before they told me I had cancer, they wanted me to come back in 6 months. So I went back, and this was in December of 2009. And they told me that, well, they didn't really tell me. They told my doctor, and he told me. My doctor called me this one day, and he said, Jeanette, I need to talk to you. Can you come up here? I thought that was a little strange. And I said, well, yeah, I can. So I went on up there, and he told me that I had breast cancer. And everybody in the office was just real upset. And I think I was just in shock because I didn't cry or anything. And I went on home and of course, told my husband. And, I just thought, well, whatever's to be will be. Well, and after that, I went to, I started chemo. Well, first I had a mastectomy. The doctor said there's no way of having a lumpectomy because it's just spread all over. So I had the lumpectomy, and as I was getting treatment, I had 30 chemo. That was like every 3 weeks. I'd go and have a treatment. I would skip a week, but I'd have to go back for blood work, and then I'd have a week free, and then I'd start all over again. Then once I got through with the chemo, then I had radiation. I had about 30 radiation, and that was every day, 5 days a week, till I had all of those. And I worked the whole time. I had my own insurance business, and if I didn't feel good, I could go home. And a few times I did, but most of the time, I was able to stick it out. And I had 2 assistants, so, there was I didn't really have to do that much. Went to the cancer doctor and was checked for years, and they put me on a pill after that. And I took that for several years. And finally, one day when I went for my appointment, the doctor said, well, you don't have to keep taking this pill anymore if you don't want to. So I thought, well, why do I have to take it? So I quit taking it. So I've not taken anything for years. Now that was I had surgery in 2010. Well, they have done a lot for me. And for the life of me, I cannot remember how I found out about the cancer office. But you've helped me with bras. It's just been wonderful. And the lady that helps with that is just so good. Now, her name's Patricia, and she's been very good to me. She knows exactly what she's doing. You get the right size bra and everything, and the service is really good. And they also give nutrition if you need that, and I've received that some, and that's been good too. Well, I say, please do whatever your doctor tells you to do. That's exactly what I did. If they told me to have radiation, I said, fine, tell me when. And I did exactly what the doctor, told me to do. If I needed to go back to be checked, I did that. And as an example of maybe not doing what you should, my husband had lung cancer, and he would not do chemo. He finally did radiation, but I finally told him, I said, you have got to do one or the other now. So he chose radiation, but didn't help. He passed away with the lung cancer. But I'm just so thankful that it didn't affect me any worse than it did. It could have been, it could have been fatal. And at the very beginning, I said, well, I'm ready to go if that's what this is going to be. So I'm ready whatever happens. And I just did not worry about it. I just kept doing what I normally do as much as I could. I just kept going forward. And that's what I'm still doing.